Yes, yes, definitely, definitely.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for RK Kriktakis. Today, I have two beautiful gentlemen out here, and I am also expecting few more to come and join in this particular today's live show. With that being said, I have been joined by the domestic umpire, Roman, all the way from Mumbai, as well as Kiran, again from Mumbai today. So I know the result was not in the favor of India. Though, as you might see the scrolling going on, it's one of the most controversial test matches we have ever witnessed in Border-Gavaskar Trophy. So with that being said, I know, today India came out to bat, bowl pretty early, and Jasprit Bumrah getting his five for again proving out to be one of the best bowlers in the world. But what is to say? Indian openers, especially Rohit Sharma, sticked onto the wicket pretty good. He was looking in a pretty good touch, but unfortunately, he has to lose his wicket in a very disappointing manner. And then that shot, which was played again, like it took the outside edge and gone out to the third slip, and Mitchell Marsh took it a beautiful catch. And after that, KL Rahul again, Pat Cummins dismissing him, and one more beautiful delivery from Pat Cummins, as I rightly mentioned. Virat Kohli again committing the same mistake, going wide outside the off stump on the seventh stump. I mean, this time on the sixth stump, I believe, were trying to drive that ball, which was angling away from Virat Kohli. Uh, Again, we lost a wicket there. There was a great partnership building on after the lunch, the first session of Team India, but unfortunately, to say, uh, again, what to say about Rishabh Pant? The mistake which he has committed in the first innings went off for that unorthodox shot, took the top edge. Nathan Lyon was on the third man. He took a wonderful catch. But in the second innings, which was not at all required, trying to go against Travis Head. I totally agree. If it was a Nathan Lyon, yeah, he's a beautiful bowler. But what to say? Unfortunate again. So that has actually given the breakthrough, and the gauge was completely open for Australians. They came back into the match pretty confidently. And to talk about more about Yashasvi Jaiswal's dismissal, and also to give the differences between the DRS and the RTS, I have Roman to explain about it. And Kiran will also be giving us his inputs about the overall match, uh, whatever we had. And I have also been joined by one of our data analysts and also fantasy expert, I would say, Nagraj, who has joined in today. So, with that being said, first things first, before coming to you, Roman Bhai, uh, I want to ask with Nagraj Bhai, disappointing test overall.
Actually.
And I don't want one word answers.
Okay. No, actually, as I said yesterday, I mean, when we were there, if the starting wickets get still, then we have a chance. Otherwise, we won't have a chance to either win or draw. And as
Correct.
said, there wasn't, I mean, no starting options were there. Yashasvi Jaiswal was also actually not out, but it was given out. So somewhere that was a turning point, you can say, of the match. And the match which could have been drawn, we lost it.
Exactly. Kiran Bhai, overall, to sum up, the day five, I know I can't ask for much more from Team India because Australians bowled really well. So, what exactly you want to talk about both the teams right now? We are short of words. We know we have been discussing all throughout from the morning, almost like 7 a.m. in the morning till now. We have been continuously discussing about what might have gone better, all those things we have discussed. But unfortunate to say, like, it's all yours now.
So basically, Rajbhai, as we discussed yesterday as well, that there were only two possible results of this game. That either Australia winning or India going for a draw. But I guess for even for drawing a game, for making that result to go for a draw, we have to score runs as well. As if you
Right.
see that thing that I mean, our approach was going for draw, but that means you can't go for only defensive approach. You have to score the runs as well. I mean, the
Correct.
run rate for I think around 40 or 50 overs, that was still around two or something. So that is not acceptable at all. Because if you see that, Rohit Sharma did well than what he has been doing earlier. Like he has shown some resilience this time. I mean, he has played some 40 odd balls. He might have not scored much, but that approach should have been. If we go too defensive, that doesn't show what we are trying to imply there, and we have lost three early wickets, and as we are discussing that the first are going to be a crucial one, and Australia somehow managed to win that situation, I would say, because taking the three big wickets, I mean Rohit, KL and Virat, it's like a clutch moment for Australia, I would say. And after that, the partnership between Pant and Jaiswal was somehow a resistance shown by Indian team. I would say a positive thing that happened for Pant, that he somehow managed to play a mature game. But I think losing wicket against Travis Head wasn't like it's not like Rishabh Pant would lose a wicket on against such bowler. I mean, as you said that if is Nathan Lyon or Scott Boland, that would be acceptable. But if you see that things would have been comfortable at that time. But after losing Pant's wicket, it's totally Australia's game at all.
Exactly. That's when the things started working out really well for Australia, but unfortunate to say, like, we have tried our best to try to draw it. Uh, Coming to you one more time, Nagraj, by the approach what Washington Sundar made in the second innings, especially during that last 5 to 10 overs, uh, we have seen he has not been so confident, especially to take strike. He was continuously taking singles and like giving the strike to Akashdeep, yeah, Bumrah, and Siraj as well. So, being a more senior batsman, having such kind of experience that he can actually bat as well, you should have gone back and taken the strike. So, I mean, I'm not trying to put any controversies here, but I'm trying to say like he could have taken a lead at that particular situation and not to give the strike for the tail enders. So, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, actually, being one of the senior batsmen, he should have has taken the responsibility of that, but it wasn't shown up by him.
Exactly. Okay, now, Romin Bhai, it's time for you. I mean, we have already been discussing this, like what exactly we have to do and what exactly we are not supposed to do. Uh, the most controversial decisions started to happen, and it's happening with India, Team India especially. Like two different scenarios in the same test match. One, the dismissal of Akashdeep, where the, I mean, like umpire saying, I'm not trying to put you in a loop right now, but I just wanted to understand more of a decision making ability what the third umpire was taking. Okay. So now, with that being said, like as I told you, there are two scenarios. Umpire said there is a clear deflection on the bat that I can see on the sneakometer. He gave Akashdeep out for that particular dismissal. Whereas just 10 minutes back, the dismissal of Yashasvi Jaiswal, I know there was a deflection. Everybody saw there was a deflection which was happening, and the ball was pretty old. Everybody was thinking that the ball might have actually reverse swung there, and it was a slow delivery from Pat Cummins, and the ball was swinging pretty late, right? that reverse swinging option might also be there. And the body language of Yashasvi Jaiswal clearly told that it was there was I did not touch it very clearly. He told openly to the umpires. And just wanted to your thoughts on like how exactly you are going to explain the differences between the DRS, RTS, and the role of SNICO.
I think first of all, Rajbhai, that we are a bit unfortunate that we are receiving this kind of a decision against us since the New Zealand series. This is something which is unfortunate. What I feel. First of all, that I wanna like to inform you and all who have joined us. There might be the possibility of the gray areas in each and every situations. This kind of a situation is a totally gray area, and which is also varies from person to person. Say, whatever has been done on the field of play is a different situation, and what I am explaining is totally my opinion towards this. So I just need to clarify that I'm not putting that guy down, or I don't have anything something against him, but I'm sharing just my opinion as per the ICC guidelines. So Rajbhai,
Correct.
there are
And
ICC
that
rulings.
that that
ICC, yes.
that
Uh,
that is the exact reason, Roman, by because many. I mean, I'm not competing with any other person. Like I'm not competing with any other things. But here in our particular RK Cricket, what exactly we talk about is the facts which are might have happened, or the facts which might have had on the field. And why I bring out experts here is to understand and make our viewers more knowledgeable towards the game, not to talk about bullshit. Okay, so we are here for facts to understand more about the ICC rules, the guidelines, what might be the pressures which the on-field umpires, even the third umpire, and as well as the match referee. So now, Roman Bhai, as I've already asked you the couple of questions to explain more about like DRS and RTS and also with the sneakometer. So I just wanted to make more understandable or you I want you to take for the next 5 to 10 minutes as well. I'm not going to interrupt you, but I just wanted you to completely and clearly explain uh, what might be the pressure of an on-field umpire till the match referee, and for these kind of decisions what might be the consequences for any of the umpires, might be standing umpire or the leg umpire or the TV umpire might be. So all over to you. I'm not going to disturb you for next 5-10 minutes.
Yes, yes, Rajbhai. Thank you. So now we are starting with the ICC ruling. There is a publishment by the ICC, which known as the ICC playing condition, and there are various appendixes which explain all the protocols for the DRS, third umpire review, broadcasting. We also have certain guidelines when to suspend the play in terms of a condition of a light, weather, or in case of a heat as well. So first of all, that we have seen two kind of a things when it comes to the sneako. So we have seen the ultra edge, and here we are seeing RTS. So we need to understand the difference between these two things. This is basically a camera which is operated by the different kind of a frame rates. Frame rates is the something which is really important factor to consider it out. So RTS is known as the real time sneako, and ultra edge is also the similar. What is the RTS is? General majority of the countries like South Africa, India, and most subcontinent countries are using ultra edge. Australia and New Zealand might use the RTS, which is known as the real-time SNICO. So now the question arises: what is the difference between RTS and the ultra edge? So there will be the provision. We are first taking the RTS, where there might be the two possibilities. The spike, which known we know that the spike, which is only come when it is either hit the bat, pad, or glove, or kind of any kind of a noise which they are capable to catch the noise up in the microns as well. So at the same frame, I'm repeating, at the same frame for the RTS, if there is a spike, we can consider it as a spike, or there will be the possibility of a spike after the one frame, which we have seen in the Akash decision. We have a spike after that
Correct.
particular frame. So it might be the possibility, the consideration for the RTS, Akash this decision is justifiable as spike is after the one frame. Whereas in the ultra edge, it will be at the same point of time, in the same frame, no different frame. If there is a spike after that particular frame, then we are considering it as a not a contact between either bat pad or the glove. So this is the main difference what we need to understand to define two decisions. So I have clarified with you the Akash decision. That might be a late spike, which is conclusive for the umpire to give him out. So in my opinion, that decision may be the justifiable for him. Now we comes to the Yashasvi Jaiswal's decision. Now, for the Jaiswal decision, on-field call is also the important to need to consider while we are giving the third umpire decisions, right? So the on-field call for the Jaiswal decision was not out. So now, to overturn that particular call, I have to be a more conclusive. In fact, not 100%. I have to be a 200% sure to overturn that particular call. So for that, how I can go, there will be the two possibilities. There is not mandatory that I should go with the Sneeko, but these two things which we use to find the conclusive solutions. The technology is there to give us the conclusive evidences. That's it. There is no the provisions where if this thing is there, then we need to give decision, and if there is a that thing, we need to give decisions. We have two things. First one is that we are going with the replays, by which we can conclude that whether it is bat pad or bat ball, bat loss, or etc. Another one is that by verifying that conclusion, we are taking the help of the Sneeko. Let's say same time when ball passes the bat or glove, there is a spike. It is conclusive for us that is the batsman is out or not out, or whether it is contacted to the bat or glove. So this is for that whole process by which we can obtain the conclusive evidences. Now we are taking the Jaiswal's case. It is visible that there is a deflection, but it is not 200% sure that it is from the glove. So for what? So now what we are going to do? We are taking the help of the Sneeko, and there is no spike on the Sneakometer. Hence, it seems bit inconclusive, and also the on-field umpire's call was not out. So for that, if I was there, I do not have any conclusive evidences to overturn that decision. That's why I will give the batsman not out. I am not debarring that umpire cannot give the decision by seeing those replays or deflection. He may allow to give decision, but it will be the conclusive. So for us, whatever the what are the giving the opinion of a not out, for us it is not conclusive, but for that guy it was the conclusive, and that's why he gave it out. But it looks more sensible that it was not conclusive, majority opinion, and also myself believe that that wasn't a conclusive evidence to overturn decision. And if I was there, I may have a different kind of a opinion for that particular decision. So the situation is that we need to understand everything is murmuring around conclusive evidences. If it is not conclusive, we are not giving any decisions. Majority of the umpires fraternity are following these protocols, and this might vary from person to person. And I'm again saying we are unfortunate that we are against those decisions, especially for the Rishabh Pant, KL round at Perth. Again, we come to the Jaiswal. It is bit unfortunate that we are on the receiving side. Rajbhai. And now, one more thing that you have told me to explain that what will be the penalties and all those stuffs to the umpires or whatever things are there. So there are not any financial penalties. First of all, this all kind of a judgment of the umpiring performance raised with the match referee. So this is sole discretion of the match referee whether he's decided that this decision is not as per his expectation, or it following it is fulfilling all the criteria of the guideline. He may go against the umpire and deduct the markings. We have a marking system after the match. Different marking is in a BCCI, different marking in the ICC. It will if mark is going to be deducted, it may hamper his evaluation, and on the basis of evaluation, umpires are promoted in the elite panel or subtracted from the elite panel. This kind of things are going to happen. So it totally a discretion of the match referee how he is dealing with this particular situation. And if there will be, he may be going to get for the deduction of the points, etc. It will be, which may affect in the evaluation, yeah, annual evaluation, or whatever the evaluation process has been set by the ICC.
Got it. Exactly. I mean, many people might have already been thinking that is there no penalty for the umpires, like are they continuing to go on officiate the tournaments like Border-Gavaskar Trophy. So also just to add on to this particular thing, I just wanted to understand the process, like how the categories which have been set for the Indian players, like the category A players, A, category B, C, D, and all those categories for players like what we see here right now in India. Right. So, is there the same kind of categories which have been set for the umpires as well?
Yes, Raj. There are different categories. There are different panels which are in ICC. ICC
Mhm.
comprises of three panels. One is ICC Elite Panel of Umpires. Another one is
Okay.
ICC Panel Umpires, and third one is
Mhm.
ICC Emerging Panel of Umpires. So now
Okay.
I'm explaining the different role of the various panels. So in the elite panel, there are the top umpires of the world which are coming into the panel by evaluating their performances at the ICC matches. So
Mhm.
for the test matches, whatever the test matches, there are the three compulsory elite panel umpires, neutral umpires, which are not belong to the country who are playing. So that will be the mandatory of elite panel umpires who are officiating in the test matches for sure. So these whatever umpire doing the test matches are mandatory to become the elite panel of umpires in the elite panel of umpiring. So in every test match, not depending upon the series is, but every test match is officiated by the elite panel umpires. If elite panel umpires is not available, then ICC decide to whom to appoint over there. Now I come to
Okay.
the ICC panel. ICC panel is comprises of the four panel umpires which has been nominated by the home board. Every country who is playing the cricket, associated nation as well, are having four umpires panel, who is known as the ICC panel. So these guys are officiating in the one day matches. One home board umpire and another one is that ICC elite panel umpire is there to officiating the matches. And in the T20 game, we have two ICC panel umpires, no elite panel umpires are to officiate, and ICC emerging panel umpire are officiating in the various matches of the under 19 World Cup, Women's World Cup, or etc. Emerging panel is going to taking care of this kind of a things. When it comes to the ICC events, there are all the ICC elite panel umpires, including the best ICC panel umpires, ICC elite panel plus ICC panel umpires who have done a decent job. So I just want to like to give the example. Let's say this is current going BGT. We have a two on-field umpires and one the third umpire, who all are the ICC elite panel umpires. Now, England is touring here. So there will be the one ICC panel and one ICC elite panel umpire will be over there, and one third umpire will be also the ICC panel. Now the T20 series, which is going to officiated by the two ICC panel, which are the domestic umpire of the India. So this is the structure over there for the ICC. And every cricketing board assess the performance of the umpires after the they have set in the time of the year or 2 years, whatever the time is. They are reviewing the performance and they make the change accordingly. They might promote the umpire who is doing well in a domestic to the ICC panel and subtract the guy who is not doing well at the ICC level. He can be in the domestic panel. So this is a total structure where umpiring is doing, and all the allotment are the sole rights of the ICC and discretion of the ICC. ICC appoints the umpires in whatever matches is conducted by the ICC.
Exactly. I mean, we definitely love to have more interactions with you, Roman, by because the kind of knowledge, especially we all know how the exactly the selection process happens for the players, but our fans and the audience might be uh, not having so much of information about the umpiring and the kind of different kinds of pressure we have right now. So I just wanted to understand now when I talk about the pressure, when you're especially officiating in a tournament like Ashes or especially in tournaments like Border-Gavaskar Trophy, you know, almost 1.4 billion people watching at home and from India as well as and also like 80,000 people. I mean, like if you just look at the crowd, what the Melbourne Cricket Ground has given today morning, it's more than 3.5 lakh people watched the game all throughout 5 days of cricket. So you are sitting in that particular hot seat, and especially the umpires were on standing umpires, I would say, like what is the kind of pressure which they'll be going in? Because there is kind of sledging which is going on all the time from the players, and how exactly you can actually tolerate them.
So, Rajbhai, first of all, I want to like to set the mindset of the umpire, especially. Uh, I wasn't been, able to officiating in that kind of a situation, but whatever I have seen and what the mindset I do possess, I just try to share my thoughts regarding to that. Uh,
Mhm.
Being an umpire, all the things what you have mentioned, that the crowd of involvement of the crowd, the series, the position of the series, the involvement of the people, country, the stakes, I think we have nothing to do with it. We are trained in that particular manner. Yeah, definitely. There. If I'm saying that there is no pressure, I'm lying, man. I'm lying, man. But we are just taking it as a challenge. It is a challenging job. So for us, it's a challenge to overcome all this situation and do our job with absolute impartiality. And
Correct.
we just want to do as per correctly, as accurate as we can be. So we have a
Correct.
kind of a mindset where we are not thinking about that, I'm doing a match of India Australia BGT, the series is 1-1 online. If my decision is going to be a wrong, then it will be going to a totally different scenario. We are never put ourselves in that kind of a mindset. We are just focusing on the ball by ball. We are just focusing on the situation. we just try to become a we just try to give whatever the best we can give as per the situation. There will be
Correct.
definitely some kind of a pressure, but it is not a pressure, it's a challenge that we need to conquer. So as player has to conquer as well, we have to also conquer this kind of a situation. We are not someone, we known as the manager over there. So you are saying that something people are going that sledging or banters over there. See, this is outdoor sports, so everything should be there, but it within the limit. It will not going to disrespect the game. The game is
Correct.
at its paramount. See, nothing is
Correct.
bigger than umpires, players. Cricket is bigger than each and everyone. So the
Correct.
dignity of the game should be maintained. And if anything happened during that particular kind of a guideline, we have nothing to do. We can't do anything. We can't do anything. But whenever that line has been drawn by us, it
Mhm.
tends to be crossed. We need to intervene. We need to manage the situation. We are there to
Mhm.
manage the situations. We are the manager. We are
Correct.
the we are the persons who are authorized to run the game by the conduct of the game. The whole
Correct.
laws we are seeing, all the procedure what you are saying, that is a conduct, and we are authorized to maintain that particular conduct on the field. We need to manage this kind of situations, and during that process we always want to give our 200%. People need to be some or other time they have to be accepting. We are accepting that Yashasvi Jaiswal has dropped those sketches, so we have accepted this. So we also need to accept the decisions may go against us. This is the uncontrollable thing in the cricket. One of the uncontrollables. The dropping catch is the uncontrollables of the game. So the decisions are also the uncontrollables of the game. And we need to accept this. We have to be acceptive towards this. We cannot, be like the crybabies that decision of a Jaiswal is not going in our favor. It will be the
Correct.
other side as well. This is the other.
Correct.
Why he has attempted that shot? If has not
Mhm.
attempted the shot, the situation is may not arise. He have to be a patience on in that kind of a situation. So it will be the other side. As a cricket analyst, as a spectator, we have to be a discretive about the game. We have to be a
Correct.
discretive. So I'm not saying this because I'm belonging from that particular kind of a fraternity, but I'm trying to bring the aspect of the officials towards the game. We have a different
Correct.
kind of a vision towards the game. We have nothing to do with the win or loss of the other team. We are not going to bother at all. Even India is going to win or the Australia is going to win, it's not going to bother us at all. But we need to keep things in the balance, and during that particular process things may go against us. Sometimes things may comes in our favor as well. We have to
Correct.
be in that kind of a mindset. So situation is like this. As an umpiring, it's definitely a challenging job. Definitely a sheer challenging job. I have seen the guys who are leaving the umpiring, quitting the umpiring after one or two matches because of not being able to handle that pressure. You have to be a good manager, good man manager over there. I'm giving you an
Correct.
example that I'm giving you an example. If you are dealing with Kohli, Kohli has done the situation. Kohli has rubbed off the shoulder with Sam Constant. You cannot go to Kohli and say that what are you doing, man? You cannot do this. Instead of this, come go to the Kohli and say to him that, man, someone like you doing such a stuff. Do you think so? This is give you the kind of a stature what you are. Are you going to do this? See the difference of the management. If I will be there, are
Exactly.
just a simple word that you need to ask him that I you are doing this, Kohli. Such a person
No,
like you doing such a kind of a things. This is a different
exactly.
kind of perspective of managing the situation. Just giving an example, man.
I mean, I totally agree with you because it's a choice of words. What exactly we use at
Yeah,
a different kind of player at a different situation is like all
yeah,
kinds of things. Especially officiating is not so easy. Like what we think here, we sit here in the backstage and talk a lot about the umpires who. We should not. He should have not done that. He should have given the decisions like this. He should have taken in conclusive evidence. How can he overturn all these things? Like ultimately the decision once made can't be taken back, especially because the result has already gone against Team India right now. Just to move on onto this particular match scenario, Nagraj bhai, I'll come to you, and then next I'll come to Kiran. Nagraj bhai, just wanted to understand from you, like uh, in the post-match presentation, it was, I mean, decided that Pat Cummins is the man of the match. So your thoughts on it? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah. So can you hear me? Actually, I
Yeah,
had to put
I
on
can.
mute because the kid here, I mean, he's shouting, so that was the reason I had muted. And there's also a sound of building happening. Yes, okay. Coming on the question, actually, yeah, Pat Cummins was overall tournament. I mean, he's the correct person to be the man of the match. Other than that, I will say, I mean, we haven't seen anyone from Indian team who could have been that. If Reddy if Reddy had played well in second inning, we could have, suggested, thought of Reddy also being for the being aimed for that thing. But Reddy didn't play well in the second inning. So somewhere Pat Cummins was deserving to be one of them.
Exactly. I mean, Pat Cummins not only contributed with the ball, the kind of field setup what he had for Team India, both attacking, uh, field set, and everything he has done, especially the way he led the Australian side, boosted the morale, gave that bowling changes whenever it is required, and ultimately we could see the result going in favor of Australia. So now, Kiran, I don't have much questions to ask with you. Like we are getting into Sydney, there are forecast of rain there in Sydney, from which is starting from just like 3 days away from now. I know in Team India has entered this particular 2024 in a year like where we could not get the result in a positive way. But yeah, I just wanted to understand from you other this one fifth and fifth test, Kiran.
So basically, I mean, if we see from WTC perspective, this was our last chance to win the game and be in the race of the finals. But as the result didn't go in our favor, so we might have the chance now to retain the BGT trophy. For that, it's a must-win game for us in STG. And I think there are some positives also that come from this test. Like if we see the form of Siraj, I think with the ball in second innings particularly, which was pretty good, and he quite bowled well in this second innings. And I think if we talk about Bumrah, I mean, we might say he's a genie that we have got. That for whatever reasons we want to take wickets or to put some batsman under pressure, we call Bumrah. I think he has bowled some around the nine spell like yesterday, and also took five for in second innings. So that would definitely be uh, that would definitely put Australia under pressure. And if we see that form of Yashasvi Jaiswal, which is been amazing. I think he is some batsman that show resilience. I mean, he's a youngster that we can rely upon under any situation. Because if you see in first innings, that was a bit comfortable for him. But after three down, he has shown some resilience today as well, and it was a bit unfortunate for him to lose his wicket on both innings. But we might see that we would like to see same approach for him. I mean, this year has been outstanding for him in Test particularly, and the way he has been with, I mean, on field, like if you see the running between wickets or the short selection. I mean, the player has some amazing fitness. His footwork is amazing. So with this positive approach, and not to forget the contribution from Nitish Kumar Reddy in first innings. So there are these positive outcomes we have to take in consideration, and have to look forward in yesterday test, and have to look forward to dominate the game from the day one itself.
Exactly. I mean, there are lots of positives for Team India as well, and more positives for Australia to that point of view, because they are ahead in the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. Not only that, they are standing second with 61 percentage in the World Test Championship race, and our points have come down to 52%. That means now we have to win the fifth and final test of this entire World Test Championship race, and then we have to pray Sri Lanka to beat Australia in Sri Lanka. So that's exactly the probability right now for Team India. Uh, Things look difficult right now, but Anil, do you go with the same team, or do you want to make any particular changes to the playing 11 of Team India?
I might sound a bit harsh, but I think Bumrah should be made the captain of India in Sydney, and I think Rohit Sharma should just play as a player. Uh, I mean, people don't consider these things because we know that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are big legends of the game, and they have contributed so much to the Indian team. But in this series, I don't know what's happened to both of them. They are not able to make significant contributions, and it is actually affecting the team very much. So, if you ask me, under Bumrah's captaincy, we have won the first Test match in Perth. So I would want to continue with Bumrah as the captain, because Rohit Sharma as captain, I don't know whether he will be able to win the Test match in Sydney. But apart from that, I think the team is still looking good, and still looking balanced. Like we are having maybe again another harsh decision. Maybe what I would consider is maybe if we can drop Rohit Sharma and bring in Shubman Gill as an opener, that is also another decision which I would consider. But apart from that, I think the rest of the team, it looks settled only. It is just that we need to be able to deliver some consistent performances. And Rishabh Pant has to stop playing some uh, big shots at the wrong time. So, yeah. If you ask me, Bumrah should be made the captain, and Shubman Gill must replace Rohit Sharma as an opener. Shubman Gill and Jaiswal should open in the Sydney Test. That is my opinion.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Let's see what management does in the new year of 2025. So, with that, I'm going to wish all of you, gentlemen, it was pleasant having you in my particular show. Yes, Kiran, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, Roman Bhai has explained a lot of things regarding the umpiring and all those things. But I do want to ask one question. That there
Please.
was a technology called hotspot for a few years ago. So could that make a difference in those decision making things? Like,
Actually, Kiran bhai, hotspot is still there, but we are not using it as there are more
yeah,
chances of having a misleading. That they have trial and errors at certain point of time, but all the so whatever the technology should be used by the ICC, it has been decided in the pre-series by the two hosting boards. So generally, they are not preferring the hotspot now because there are chances that it might have a possibility of not accurate results, and the people are reluctant to accept in a nowadays. Hotspot is not still disappeared, but for that it is important that two countries which are playing should be agree upon. So if either country is not in the opinion of using the hotspot, it will not be used. And it is not that accurate. They are saying ICC is feel that even BCCI has also felt that Sneeko is better than hotspot. So chances of a hotspot may be sometime misleading to the decisions, and they are going to stick with the Sneeko. It is not disappear at all, but the countries are not preferring in a nowadays.
Yes, Nagraj bhai, any final thoughts?
Yeah, actually, I agree with him. We should try with Bumrah being the captain, but I think we can also. I mean, if in scope of management, we can normally. Why are not to be bringing Mohammad Shami back? I think we could try a bowling option or Ishan Kishan for a batting option. We could try them because they were good players, right, according to me.
So it might be a breaking news for many of the fans, because what BCCI might be looking right now is considering Mohammad Shami when we go to Dubai for a Champions Trophy. So we might rest him because even Champions Trophy is one of the major tournaments like what India might be looking right now. They know like the points table now. Whatever we can do is either to win or to draw. We definitely are not in a situation to lose the Sydney Test match right now. So if we lose, it will be directly floodgates open for Australia, directly play against South Africa. And yeah, I'll come back to you, Anand. I'll come back to you. Wait, just a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. So now when I tell you that it will be a completely like what to say, even Steven battle between the South Africans and also the Australians, and everybody of us will definitely be hoping for South Africa to at least win that ICC World Test Championship race, and win that particular mace and have that one trophy for them thing. So, do we have a chance to qualify for the WTC final now? Ask Prandya Lokante. If you ask me, ma'am, I just feel that we have to completely depend upon Sri Lanka right now, because our chances are fading out right now. Because uh, if you look at the points table right now, Australia are at 61.46 and India are at 52.78, almost a difference of 9 points there. So to win, they get that 9 points, we have to win so that the points now will be deducted from Australia, and Australia have to be whitewashed. Uh, Okay, Sanchit from a different account. Okay, cool, Sanchit. I got it now. So, what to say? The thing is like it's so difficult. I would definitely say, but chances are a bit low. So, if you ask me to qualify for World Test Championship, the chances are pretty low for Team India right now. Yes, Anirudh, I'll give you 30 seconds. You have to wind up. 30 seconds, not more than that. You're
Yeah,
on.
you have predicted that South Africa and Australia will play in the WTC final if India doesn't qualify. But there is another possibility that I have calculated. In case the Sydney Test match is in a draw and Sri Lanka whitewashes Australia, then Sri Lanka will qualify into the finals. I have calculated that. And it will be South Africa versus Sri Lanka. Then South Africa will easily win the World Test Championship. My prediction.
Hmm. Possibilities are there. Let's hope for the best. I mean, Anirudh always thinks out of the box. For the first time, I believe he just completed in 30 seconds. So appreciate you, Anirudh. Uh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, those who have joined us for the live stream, thank you so much, everyone. And I also wish you a very happy new year to you and your family as well. Stay safe wherever you guys are there. Uh, God bless you all, and hope this new year blesses and all the Indians. Good news is starting from 2025. Is that's what I believe and hope. our legends, Rowe and Co., come back to the form and we don't hear any breaking news just like what we heard 10 years ago. So that's what I'm expecting right now. With that being said, thank you so much, everyone. Those who have joined, just in case if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. We are going to get you a lot and lot of more quality content for all of you. Like and do share with your family members as well. Our contents are getting better and better every single day. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining in and do stay safe.